Hello everyone, so we're back for a new shave. Today we're gonna do another comparison. This is the answer to a question of Robert K. I don't know if he's a subscriber or not, but he saw a video, he asked me a question, so I'm gonna answer. I already answered to him directly. He asked, he's just a new starter on wet shaving, and he bought the AL13, the Henson AL13 mild, same as this one, and he saw the video where I shaved with the MÜHLE R89, and he wondered if there was much of a difference between them while shaving. I told him there is, of course, and that which one I found that it was milder. I think this one is milder than this one, but I'm gonna do a shave, do the comparison, and you can see by yourselves. There's loads of difference between them, the way you shave, the way they feel, the design, which is completely different. There's overhanging on the MÜHLE, which there's none on the AL13. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's go. I have everything loaded because I need to wake up today. I'm gonna use Proraso green just to wake me up a bit because it's really fresh. And today is actually sunny outside, so it'll be nice. A bit of water. Put the pre-shave. I have about 4.5 days growth. Oh, nice. Jesus Christ. This definitely wakes you up. Whoa. The menthol on it. And if you have your nose blocked, this definitely unblocks it, which is brilliant. So let's go. Pre-shave done. We're gonna do face lather with my new Portuguese brush, Semogue 1800. It's gonna be my second shave with it. The first one was on my head, which is private. And today we're gonna do, I normally like to put, when I face lather, I like to put directly on the brush, a bit of the, if I'm using cream of course, and then face lather. That's what I like to do. She was soaking on hot water already while I took the shower, so here we go. Really warm. One thing I really found with this smoke, which is for me very different from all the other Boar brushes I tried. I don't know if they give a treatment to the brush, but it doesn't smell as bad as the other ones you would, because Boar brushes normally tend to have that rank smell in the beginning. And this one doesn't, like, I used it. I did the first cleaning, which you can see on video there, but it's actually the previous video. And it didn't smell at that time. And when I did my head shave, didn't smell either. You had like a faint smell of it in the first shave, but barely any. While all the other ones I tried, you feel it straight away. And I know there's some people that actually avoid Boar brushes because of it. A Badger I think does the same, but I never tried a Badger, so I can't talk about it. That's one of the things I have on my list. Get a Boar and a horse one and try them. I definitely need more water. But and the other thing I found as well, it's very soft from the beginning. Not as rough either, which is actually surprising for me. I'm really enjoying this one. It's rough, but it's the kind of rough I like, especially when I have a growth like this. Like if I'm shaving every day, I probably wouldn't use it every day. Not yet anyway. Maybe when it's even more still very dry, more soften, more broken. Jeez, I think I put a bit too much cream. It's still very dry. There we go. Now it's getting better. Sweet. But as I was saying, it's really, really soft already. And it's really only the second time I'm using it properly. So that's actually really surprising for me. But lovely. She's still shedding a bit, which is normal. And definitely Proraso green wakes you up alright. This menthol on your face. Now, I know people that don't like menthol, so if you don't like menthol, you avoid this one. But I do, I love it. So first we're gonna use the AL13 on my left hand side. Here we go. Now, my thoughts on this razor. This razor is probably the one I use the most. I think I only got one nick of all the shaves I had with this one. And it was over a bump I had. So it's really hard for you to nick yourself with this one. Blade feel wise, you barely feel it, especially this mild one. I already want to do the medium one, which I didn't have the chance yet, but I will at some stage try the medium one. But this mild one, you barely feel the blade. It's a really faint feeling of the blade there. And like if I'm in a hurry, this is the blade, the blade that the razor that I use straight away. I don't even think twice, because it's so easy. You can do this blindly with this razor. The other thing is you don't need to worry about overhangings or anything. It's just put the blade in and shave, basically. Now, even though it's mild, for example, I use it a lot on my head. This is the one I use the most on my head. And I normally do 2 passes with it. With the grain and against the grain, and that's it. And I can do that on my face as well. I normally don't go across when I use this one, because it's so mild and efficient. That I don't feel the need to do a cross. I go straight, like, and I always get a proper BBS shave. So this is definitely the one, like, it's not the one that gives me more pleasure, because it's always fun to get one, even if it's more aggressive, that you can actually do a proper shave. If you're a wet shaver, you know what I'm talking about. This one kind of takes a bit of that pleasure, but not really. Like, it's just easy, simple. You barely nick with it. I love the feeling of the soap and all that stuff, so this takes my mind out of being careful. And all. If I'm not in the mood to be careful, this is the one I use all the time. There we go. This is first pass with a Henson. Now, that feeling is rare, I have to say. Normally, I do enjoy the other ones where you have to take your time, you know. This one as well. Now, all the shaves I did with this one were always BBS shaves. Normally, it would take me 3 passes for the BBS. I never tried to do the same as I do with the Henson, which is with the grain and against. So today we're gonna try that, see how we go with it, because I know it's really mild as well. So let's do it and we'll see. We'll find out. By the way, I forgot to say, the blades we're using is Astra green ones. Like, it's still very mild, but you feel the blade. But the feeling of the blade on this one, it's like the difference between this one and that one, it's kind of like the exposure is a few millimeters more, which makes a bit of a difference on your face, especially if you have a sensitive face. it does make a difference, but with this one I don't feel I'm gonna nick myself either, although I know I have to be more careful. It's easier to nick with this one than it is with the AL13. And the other disadvantage that I found with this one over that one is the overhanging. So if you are shaving around this area, across or against, you have to be careful with the overhanging there. But this is one you can do blindly as well. You have a blade feel, but it's very, very mild. But it's easier for you to nick yourself with this. The Henson kind of, the way the blade is exposed there, it's kind of avoids you nicking yourself. I don't know how to explain. The only way I can show you, I don't know if it's gonna be able to show on camera, but it's, if you look at it, you barely see the blade on the Henson there. So you can actually pass with your finger, you feel the blade there, and you know you can nick yourself, but almost impossible if you're doing it. With this one it's a bit different, because the gap is a bit bigger and the exposure is a bit bigger, but it's still very, very mild. Very, very mild. So that's the only way I can explain the design there that makes that huge difference. But it's still, this is still a very mild razor, and I always get good shaves with it as well. I might have to do a series of comparison with all the mild razors I have to see which one of those is the mildest and which one is the most aggressive. So we'll see how this goes. There we go. So you still can go kind of blindly there, but you know you have to be like this area here, be careful with the overhanging, so you know what I'm talking about. There we go. First pass done with both of them. Let's see. Give me a second, I'm just gonna put that there. Ooh, boiling water, oh man, jeez, oh. There we go. Getting a bit better. So let's check it out, first pass. I definitely feel more on the MÜHLE there. You feel on both, but the Henson I think it took a bit more on the cheeks anyway. Let me check here. No, here is, yeah, it's the same here. But I feel a bit of a difference here on the cheeks. So we go now do against straight away and see how we go. This is for the second pass there, I'm just gonna get ready. There we go. Ready for second pass. Nice. This Proraso definitely wakes you up in the morning. Nice one. And I do enjoy the feeling. A bit of roughness there. Especially when you still have growth there. Like if I didn't have still growth there, then I would go just softer like this. But when I have growth, I like to feel the roughness there. Maybe that's why I do enjoy a bit of the Boar brushes more. There we go. I think we're ready for the second pass. Sweet. Okay, AL13 Henson. I'm gonna go against now. I'm gonna start from the bottom. There we go. It's just, you can do it so fast, almost like, you barely feel, it's like, it's hard to explain this, the shaving with a Henson. It's like a cartridge razor, kind of, where you feel that you're not gonna nick yourself, but without being one. Like this razor for me, it's the perfect starter for someone that it's not too adventurous, let's put it this way, that is kind of afraid of changing to this way of shaving. This would be a perfect razor to give them. Perfect. I bet you whoever would get one of these would definitely think differently and start trying other stuff as well. Would be a perfect entry razor. Or not even entry, just a perfect razor, point blank. Like, even if you don't want to get into this hobby and you just want a proper shave without using a cartridge razor, this would definitely be the one I would advise. Maybe I'll change my mind in a second there, shaving the mustache area. I always have to be a bit more careful. There we go. But even if you do a bit more pressure with this one, you still feel that you're not gonna nick yourself. So that's a huge difference comparing with the other ones. The other ones, you definitely know that if you do too much pressure, you'll nick yourself. So that's the AL13 for me. A perfect razor for a beginner, or better, not a beginner, for someone that is kind of afraid of changing to this way of shaving. If someone is not afraid, I'll give something like this, Edwin Jagger D89, the three-piece that I have there, you know, all those mild ones are good beginner razors for this way of shaving. As you guys can see, I'm going against, and I still do this. When it's a mild razor like this, I feel that I can do like this easily enough. Normally aggressive ones, I tend to avoid that. I tend to go across and then do a buff on the cheeks. But with these ones, no, with these ones I always like to do straight away across. Although I feel that with this one, especially my sensitive areas, I still have to be a bit careful. And you have to play with the angle on this one more. It's not as intuitive as the AL13. It's not hard to get, but the AL13 is just, you know the angle straight away. It's there on the razor itself, so. I got a nick with the AL13 there. Oh, it's a bump. Okay. It's one of my bumps. My typical bumps. That's what you get when you're always stressing out about small little things, like me sometimes. Or you don't treat your face properly for a couple of days. Yeah, you can do this with both of them, no bother. No bother at all. You can go both of them. Very, very easy. So, Robert, if you're watching this and you want to try the MÜHLE R89, you know you're gonna have to be a small bit more careful, but the feeling, it's gonna be more or less the same. Just, you'll be using a classical design razor. That's the only thing I feel that it's the main difference. So don't be afraid to try new things. That's my advice to you. Oh, let's go. I'm gonna check. I was forgetting that. Yeah, nice. AL13 baby smoother on here. I have a few things here with the MÜHLE R89. Yeah, I have a small bit here and here, which I missed with the MÜHLE. AL, no. Nice with the AL. I'm gonna I'll do this off camera, just small bits, and I'll do my alum treatment, and I see you for the post shave. See you in a bit. So we're back. I did my alum treatment. No feedback on any side. Both the AL13 or the MÜHLE R89, I had no feedback, which is just perfect. Both of them BBS, although I did miss that small bit of there on the MÜHLE, which I did afterwards, and no worries. Just perfect. Both good ones. Now I'm gonna put just a smidgen, really tiny bit of balm, just to protect before the alcohol. Not much, just really small bit. I don't feel I'm gonna have any feedback because I didn't have any with the alum, but I always like to put a bit of a balm even on the summer, just a small bit, just to have a layer of protection there when I put some aftershave afterwards. So there we go. And I love the feeling when you put cold water with the Proraso green. If you're really trying to wake up, it's just perfect. Perfect. There we go. Aftershave. Nice. Yeah, I like this scent as well. It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy it. Put a bit more. Actually, put a bit on my bald head. There we go. Nice. I think, even though it was a comparison shave, I think it was a brilliant shave. BBS on both sides, no irritation, no feedback. I just think it was lovely. Now, my thoughts. AL13, for me, it's like, how can I explain this? It's like the easy peasy one. Just easy peasy. Now, this is easy. Not peasy because you can still nick yourself a bit more with this one. This one is just, you pick it up, anyone can pick this up and know exactly what they're doing. This one would be more of an entry into proper wet shaving with more aggressive razors and stuff, because you have to find the angle and you start learning about the angle, how to ride the cap and all that stuff. Like, I think that's the major difference, because in terms of shaving, they're really both really mild. This one is a bit more. This one is just avoids you kind of nicking yourself, if you know what I mean. This one is harder to nick yourself, but you still can. I do enjoy both of them, although if I had to choose for me, like if I have to make a choice of you can only have one, I would go this one because I can shave my head. Like, you can do this every single day. I never got irritation with this one. I didn't got irritation with this one. What the hell am I talking about? Like, but I just feel this one is milder and it's just easier to use. That's the big difference. It's easier to use, doesn't have overhanging, which is a big thing for me. In terms of which one is more beautiful, you choose. I like both. But I have the defect of starting with wet shaving and now I want more and more experiences. So that's my basic with these two. One, I hope I helped you, Robert K. But that's what I feel about them. I use this one most because I used it a lot on my head shave. She's milder, as I told you on text, but I still enjoy doing this one as well. a lot. And I like other ones that are a bit more aggressive as well. I like to try it. But she's definitely milder. And it's just intuitive. That's the word I was looking for. It's just more intuitive with this one than with the R89. That's probably the biggest difference. That's it for me now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, the brush, the Semogue brush, my only complaint about it, but that's my fault, I should have got a bigger one. I still feel like, especially on my face, when I did the head shave was really good, but I didn't notice much difference in terms of the, but on my face I prefer a bigger brush. That's my only thing about it. I love it. Still doesn't smell, which is for me unreal. I don't know if they give any treatment, but I love the handle, I love the feel, and I think I'm gonna have to get a bit bigger one for myself. That's it for me now. I hope I helped someone. I hope I helped you, Robert. I hope you guys enjoyed the shave, the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to put a like on it, and I'll see you. Bye bye. Ciao.